The Manchu alphabet is the alphabet used to write the now nearly extinct Manchu language. A similar script is used today by the Xibe people, who speak a language variably considered as either a dialect of Manchu or a closely related, mutually intelligible language. It is written vertically from top to bottom, with columns proceeding from left to right. History. According to the veritable records, in 1599 the Manchu leader Nurhaci decided to convert the Mongolian alphabet to make it suitable for the Manchu people. He decried the fact that while illiterate Han Chinese and Mongolians could understand the respective languages when read aloud, that was not the case for the Manchus, whose documents were recorded by Mongolian scribes. Overriding the objections of two advisors named Erdani and Jiagai, he is credited with adapting the Mongolian script to Manchu. The resulting script was known as Tongki Fuka Aku Herjan. In 1632, Dafai added diacritical marks to clear up a lot of the ambiguity present in the original Mongolian script. For instance, a leading K and H are distinguished by the placement of no diacritical mark, a dot and a circle respectively. This revision created the standard script, known as Tongki Fuka Sindaha Herjan. As a result, the Manchu alphabet contains little ambiguity. Recently discovered manuscripts from the 1620s make clear, however, that the addition of dots and circles to Manchu script began before the supposed introduction by Dafai. Dafai also added 10 graphemes letters to allow Manchu to be used to write Chinese, Sanskrit, and Tibetan loanwords. Previously, these words contained sounds that did not have corresponding letters in Manchu. Sounds that were transliterated included the aspirated sounds K, KX, TS, TS, Psi, DZ, CY, JY, and Z. By the middle of the 19th century, there were 3 styles of writing Manchu in use: standard script, semi-cursive script, and cursive script. Semi-cursive script had less spacing between the letters, and cursive script had rounded tails. The Manchu alphabet was also used to write Chinese. Manchu, a textbook for reading documents by Gertrude Rothley, contains a list comparing a romanization of Chinese syllables written in Manchu compared to Pinyin and Wade Giles, using the Manchu script to transliterate Chinese words as a source of loanwords for the Xibe language. Several Chinese Manchu dictionaries contain Chinese characters transliterated with Manchu script, and the Manchu version of the 1000-character classic is actually the Manchu transcription of all the Chinese characters. Also existing as a transliteration was the Manchu version of the Hong Lao Meng. In the Imperial Liao Jin Yuan 3 Histories National Language Explanation commissioned by the Qianlong Emperor, the Manchu alphabet is used to write Evenki words. In the Pentaglot Dictionary, also commissioned by the Qianlong Emperor, the Manchu alphabet is used to transcribe Tibetan and Chagatai words. Method of teaching. The Mongols learned the script as a syllabary, dividing the syllables into 12 different classes based on the final phonemes of the syllables, all of which ended in vowels. The Manchus followed the same syllabic method when learning Manchu script, also with syllables divided into 12 different classes based on the finals phonemes of the syllables. Manchus learned the script also like a syllabary, with syllables divided into 12 different classes based on the finals phonemes. Today, the opinion on whether it is alphabet or syllabic in nature is still split between different experts. In China, it is considered syllabic and Manchu is still taught in this manner, while in the West it is treated like an alphabet. The alphabetic approach is used mainly by foreigners who want to learn the language, as studying the Manchu script as a syllabary takes a longer time. The Manchus, like the Mongolians, taught the script as a syllabary and divided them into 12 classes of syllables, based on the ending phoneme of each syllable. Foreigners, on the other hand, learn Manchu script like an alphabet. Despite the alphabetic nature of its script, Manchu was not taught phoneme by phoneme per letter like Western languages are. Rather, Manchu children were taught to memorize all the syllables in the Manchu language separately as they learned to write, like Chinese characters. Mancus, when learning, instead of saying I, a, l, I, o, lo, and amp, c, were taught at once to say la, lo, and amp, c. Many more syllables than are contained in the syllabary might have been formed with the letters, but they were not accustomed to arrange them otherwise than as they stand. They made, for instance, no such use of the consonants I, M, N, and R as Westerners do when they called them liquid. Hence, if the Manchu letters S, M, A, R, T be joined in that order as a Manchu would not able to pronounce them as English-speaking people pronounce the word smart. Manchu children were taught the language via the syllabic method. Alphabet. Punctuation. The Manchu alphabet has two kinds of punctuation: 2 dots, analogous to a period, and 1 dot, analogous to a comma. However, with the exception of lists of nouns being reliably punctuated by single dots, punctuation in Manchu is inconsistent, and therefore not of much use as an aid to readability. The equivalent of the question mark in Manchu script consists of some special particles, written at the end of the question. Jurchen script. The Jurchens of a millennium ago became the ancestors of the Mancus when Nurhaci united the Jianzhou Jurchens, and his son subsequently renamed the consolidated tribes as the Manchu. Throughout this period, the Jurchen language evolved into what we know as the Manchu language. Its script has no relation to the Manchu alphabet, however, as the script was derived from the Khitan script, which was in turn derived from Chinese characters.